Hello, my name is Eric Putkonen. Thank you for joining me. Today is the self has no center. Now let's start off by talking about the illusory me, the ego. The me is fundamentally a center. For someone say, it's me, and they'll point. They're pointing at a center. And when someone is it's all about me, and very egotistical, we call them self-centered. Well, the me, any me, is fundamentally a center. And it's identified with many things: a center of consciousness, a center of awareness, and a center, of perception. There's all these centers, and we identify with the center, and we call this center a me. It's me. But what is the self? The self is fundamentally non-dual. There's no other. There's no outside. The self has no circumference because there's no outside. And as there's no circumference, how can there be a center? For only if there is a circumference, an outside, say some shape, can a center be calculated. But if there's no outside, no edges, no circumference, the center cannot be calculated. There is no center. And so that's why the self fundamentally has no center. And so it's a dichotomy, or what I mean is it's in reality there is no center. There's only the illusion of there being a center. And we identify with this illusion of being a center, and we call it me. In particular, spiritual seekers, we do a great deal of effort, of practices. We're trying to do this, that, the other thing. We're trying to get here. We're trying to become free. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. It is very much about me, a center. But enlightenment is a shattering of the illusion of me. And so the illusion of center also goes away. Not that this is a special new feeling, because so many people ask, well, what does it feel like to be enlightened? As if there's some new experience involved with being enlightened. But it's not about new experiences. If anything, it's about what ceases to arise in experience. Because I've mentioned before, with enlightenment, suffering ceases to arise, by and large. And also with this, because there's no me, the sense that so many people have of being of others. People have this firm sense of separation. There's me and there's other, and they feel this separation, this illusory separation. Well, with enlightenment, this experience of separation ceases to arise. Also, with enlightenment, the experience of a center fades. Because there can be this gazing upon a tree. And prior to enlightenment, there would be this feeling, I am looking at this tree. And the tree would feel other, and there would be this feeling of space, almost, between. And so I'm in the center, and that's away from me. But after enlightenment, there would be a gazing upon the tree. And while the perceptual bubble of the body-mind is recognized, because the eyes see equally far out wherever you look. The ears hear equally far out, whatever is heard. And so there is a perceptual bubble, and being there's an edge, there's a center. But there's no longer this feeling. It's not a believed, there is a recognition of a perceptual bubble, but it doesn't feel like a center anymore. I guess it's the center of the bubble is no longer identified with, fixated on, attached to, and so the perceptual bubble isn't as important anymore. And so there isn't this feeling of this is the center looking out. It's more of there's no center. Because much of the illusion of me and center is reinforced by these various anchors of, a perceptual bubble with a center, the nerves of the body, and so feeling any contraction or tension tends to reinforce this illusion of a center. Because if somebody goes, boo, there's this kind of contraction in the body. It's natural. I mean, it's a something programmed in the DNA that if something surprises you, the body mind prepares for fight, flight, or freeze, but it prepares, and so there's this contraction. I mean, if something startles an animal, same thing happens. It kind of contracts for a moment. It's a natural reaction of the body. But what is it contracting to? A center. And this helps anchor the illusion of there being a center. Of center of contraction, center of tension, center of perceptual bubble, center of awareness. That's conscious awareness. But that is overlooking so much. For example, conscious awareness of the senses, it's a bubble. But there is also unconscious awareness, subconscious awareness, superconscious awareness. There are things that consciously you're not aware of, but you're still aware of it. For example, you could walk in a party. You could be in a party and someone will ask, "Hey, did you notice the color of such and such's dress?" And you might have no recollection of this, and just go, I wasn't aware. However, under hypnosis, you might be able to recall perfectly, because subconsciously there is more awareness. Conscious awareness is actually a very, very small slit of the amount of data out there. Subconsciously, we're aware of so much more. And so if you forget about this and fixate on only conscious awareness, you start believing in a center. But if you remember that subconscious awareness is there, superconscious awareness is there, all awareness is one. The awareness that is looking at the camera is the same awareness that's watching the video. It's not two, it's one. There's no center. So don't fixate on the center. That is the illusion. And so that is the gist of this video. Is I'm pointing out as clearly and vividly as I can this illusion of a center, and that it is a feeling, thought, belief to be questioned, to be doubted. It is something that passes, disappears upon enlightenment. For there never was a center. The center is merely thought. Thought attaching, possessing, identifying with the center of the bubble of awareness, contractions of the body, tensions. All this is thought. Thought and belief that the center is a me, that the center is me. But there is no center, and there is no me. There's only the self, which has no circumference, and therefore no center. So if you have any questions, please let me know. You can post below questions, comments, whatever. Love to hear from you. If you like the videos and think someone else would find value in it, feel free to share. Share a link, however you want. Also, I invite you to please subscribe if you have not already. That way you'll be notified when future videos come out, or if I do any individual comments on or use some of the other functions of the YouTube channel. But anyways, until next time, thank you much.